Hola chicos, en este video vamos a hablar del vocabulario de capítulo 6. So we're going to be looking at chapter 6 vocab in this video. A lot of it is cognates, which is really super, but there's a couple words that are going to be a bit funky for us, so here we go. A lot of this vocab is focusing on your emotional state or your physical state, so how you're feeling. Over here we can see contento, alegre, happy, triste, deprimida, sad. And we've got some sentences. You'll want to read through these. You don't need me to read them to you, but you'll want to read through these to get all the complete vocab. And you'll notice how we're going back and we're seeing things like acabar de. That's old. That means that this thing just happened, right? Here we have de buen humor, and we know the H is silent, so we would never say humor. De buen humor and de mal humor. Now, when we see this word, we think of humor like haha funny, but in this case, we're talking about your humor or your mood. So if you are de buen humor, you're in a good mood. If you're de mal humor, you're grumpy or you're in a bad mood. Okay? So here you can kind of see that in some examples. We'll notice here, you're going to want to read through that ojo. Okay? And if you're wondering, what is she looking at? Well, you should know I'm in my eStudio, in my textbook, chapter 6, vocab. Okay, so that's the way to navigate here in case you forgot. So you want to read through that ojo, and then as we move down, we'll see energética. That's a nice cognate, right? Energetic. We would never say energética because we know that the G never says ja in Spanish. Here we have cansado and some more. We have this expression lleno de energía. If you look up lleno, you'll see that it's full. So if you are full of energy, you are energetic. So those two are going to be synonyms, okay? Here we have some more personal descriptions. Obstinado o terco. So clearly that puppy is stubborn. Whereas this puppy is flexible. And as you look at this, remember that we're not talking about being physically flexible, like are you good at gymnastics? Can you do the splits? We're talking about socially flexible. So for example, you'll often hear adults talking about their schedule and saying, oh, what day do you want to meet? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm flexible. I can accommodate you or meet you at different times. So that's the kind of flexible that we're talking about. Here, you'll notice they refer to Alejandro as un tipo. Tipo we know means type, but it's often used to refer to someone when you're talking about them, like he's a tough guy or he's a very stubborn guy. So tipo can be used for guy or gal, tipo o tipa, okay? As we look down here, we see Lupe, she's ambiciosa. Quiere tener éxito. Tener éxito is another tener expression. For example, we learned that if you're lucky, you don't say you are lucky, you say you have luck. And the same is with success. We don't say you are successful, we say you have success. So éxito, false cognate, does not mean exit, it means success. This photo right here is where most students get confused. So here we have Maripaz and su hermano. Well, notice we're talking about Maripaz is bien educada, tiene buena conducta, where her brother es mal educado, tiene malos modales. Now, if you're looking at the picture, you'll notice that educada looks like educated, but there is no education happening in this picture. So what are they talking about? They're talking about social education or etiquette. So when you hear someone referred to as educado or educada, they're referring to, do they have good manners? Do they say please and thank you? Do they chew with their mouth closed? Are they respectful? That's being bien educado, okay? So it's a cognate, but it's not the cognate that we think it is, okay? So remember that one. And as we go down, we'll see lots of nice little cognates like tranquilo, nervioso, paciente, dinámico, la energía, calmo. You're going to see tranquilo much more than calmo. I really have never seen it a lot, okay? So that's kind of the beginning of our vocab for this chapter. That should be enough to get you through the first activities that we start on, all right? Talk to you later. Ciao.